Okay, thank you. I forgot. Okay, so this is wait, stop sharing. Now this needs to come on this screen. That's fine. I think we can just do this. Okay, I'll just share the screen. So share and okay. All right. Everybody can see my screen, right?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. So Arjuna asked him this question. Let me change a little bit because I want to show you the question also. Okay, so I'm going to share my entire desktop. That way, desktop to. Okay. Alright, now you can see my screen, right? So here, you see my this screen, the PDF. You see, right? Okay, I want to highlight a few things. So first thing Arjuna asked was, Arjuna Vacha evam satata yukta ye bhaktya tvam paryupasate yepi cha aksharam avyaktam tesham ke yoga vittama. So he asked him, those who are satata yukta, those who are always engaged, bhaktas, devotees, tvam, to you, paryupasate, those who do upasana of you always, okay? Evam satata yukta ye bhaktas tvam paryupasate ye chapi aksharam avyaktam tesham ke yoga vittama. Whether they should worship avyaktam, avyaktam means impersonal, or whether they should worship personal form, right? Arjuna inquired, what is considered to be more perfect? Those who are always properly engaged in your devotional service, or those who worship the impersonal Brahman, the unmanifested? Okay, the first part was those who are engaged in Krishna's service. And the second part is where he's saying Aksharam and Avyaktam. That means something which is not manifest in front of us. So tell me which one is best. Then Arjuna, Sri Bhagavan Vacha, Krishna answered, मय्यावेशमनो ये मां नित्ययुक्तोपासते श्रद्धया परयोपेतास्ते मे युक्ततमो मता. Those who fix their mind on my personal form are always engaged in worshipping me with great transcendental faith are considered to me by me to be most perfect. So Krishna is saying, if you worship my personal form, I prefer that kind of worship versus impersonal. Okay? So some people who say God has no form, no personality, but they believe in God, Krishna is saying that is an inferior form of worship. Superior form is to worship as a person. Okay? Then he says, ये तु अक्षरम अनिर्देशम अव्यक्तम पर्युपासते सर्वत्र गाम चिन्त्य च कूटस्थम अचलम ध्रुवम सन्नियमेन्द्रियाग्रामं सर्वत्र समबुद्धया ये प्राप्नुवन्ति मामेव सर्वभूतहिते रथा. So here Krishna is saying they prapnuvanti mameva. Eventually they will also achieve me because they are engaged in sarva bhuta hite rata. They are engaged in the welfare of all the beings, all living entities. So basically in this verse Krishna is saying, if you worship my impersonal form, the all-pervading, inconceivable, unchanging, fixed and immovable, the impersonal conception of the absolute truth, by controlling the various senses and being equally disposed to everyone, such person, engaged in welfare of all, at last achieve me. So Krishna is saying, if you worship the impersonal form, eventually you come to me. So both paths will lead to Krishna, but if you worship personal form, then the progress is faster. Then he is using the word klesh. Klesh means painful, right? Klesh is unpleasant thing. क्लेशो अधिकतरस्तेषाम् अव्यक्तासक्तचेतसाम् अव्यक्त हि गतिर्दुःखं देहवाद्भिरवाप्यते. This is actually a very important one. So I want everybody to pay attention here. He is saying klesho adhikatarastesham. There are certain class of people who go through klesha. Klesha means painful, right? Troublesome. Okay. So there is troublesome form of worship. Which one? Avyakta asakta chesatam. Asakta means attached. Chetasam is their consciousness. Avyakta means unmanifested. Those people who are focused on the unmanifested form of Krishna, for them spiritual progress is troublesome. That's what Krishna is saying. Is it clear? There he is saying avyakta hi gatir dukkham. Dukkham means misery, right? If a person is trying to focus on something which is not manifest, it is very difficult. Why? Deha vadbhir avapyate. Because we have these bodies. These bodies have senses. If you tell me don't use your senses and try to focus on something which does not have a form, I will be very troubled because I have no clue what to do. Because my sense, with my body, my senses, I'm used to seeing things, I'm used to smelling things, I'm used to experiencing everything which is around me. And if you say shut everything down and try to see something which is not even manifest, what do I do? Right? So Krishna is saying Deha Vadbhi. This word is very important. For those who are embodied, those who are in this body and they work through the senses, for them avyakta, he is using the word twice. That means impersonal, the non-manifested. If you try to focus on the form of Krishna which is not manifest, it has got klesha and it also gives dukkha. Is it clear? Okay, so Krishna is saying if you try to worship impersonal form, because many people argue Krishna, God is Nirgun and Nirakar. He does not have any qualities, and Nirakar, he does not have any form. Here Krishna is saying if you go that route, it will be troublesome for you. Okay? Then he's saying ye tu sarvani karmani mayi sanyasya matpara anyanyanaiva yogena mam dhyayanto pasate teshamaham samudharta mrityu samsara sagarat bhavami na chiram partha mayyaveshat chetasam. Okay, now interesting again. Ye tu sarvani karmani. Sarvani is everything, karmani is activities. But those who engage all their activities, Mai Sannyasa Madpara, they engage all their activities to me, and Sannyasa, they give up everything else because Madpara, they are devoted to me. Anyanya Naiva Yogena Mam Dhyayanta Upasate, without any deviation, through yoga, they do dhyana on me, and that's how they worship me. Upasana is worship. So Krishna is saying, those who through all their activities they worship me with focus, tesham aham samudharta mrityu samsara sagarat. Tesham, to them, samudharta, I delivered, mrityu samsara sagarat. Mrityu is death, samsara is this world, Sagara is the ocean. To those who worship my personal form with focus, those people, I will deliver them from this world of birth and death. Is that clear? Okay. Bhavami na chirat partham. Chirat partham means it will not take a long time. Those who are completely focused on me, it will not take a long time for them to get out of this material world. Here, Prabhupada is saying, I am the swift deliverer from the ocean of birth and death. So, if someone just changes their life to always think of Krishna, worship Krishna, then Bhagavad Gita is telling us that that person will be delivered from this world very soon. This itself is such an important teaching. Forget everything for a moment. If a person just understands this verse, Krishna is saying, through your activities, if you always focus on me, it's my responsibility to take you out of this troublesome life. Is that not a big commitment from Krishna? That he is giving us this chance. If you worship me, serve me, then tesham aham, me. Krishna says, I will do it. What will he do? Mrityu samsara sagarat. He will deliver us from this world. Bhavami na chirat. Chirat is long. Na chirat means not very long. It will not take a long time for me to deliver you from this mrityu samsara sagarat if you sarvani karmani. If all of your activities are engaged in Krishna's service. Is it clear? Every word has a meaning in a verse. Okay? Then he says, Mayi eva mana adhastva mayi buddhi niveshaya nivashisyasi mayi eva ata urdhvam na sanshaya. Just fix your mind upon me, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and engage all your intelligence in me. Thus you will live with me always without a doubt. Mayeva mana, your mind, adhasva, engaging. You engage your mind in me, okay? Mai, again Mai, buddhi, intelligence. Mind and intelligence are two separate things. We know that, right? Niveshaya. So he's saying you engage your mind in me, you also engage your intelligence in me. Nivasyasi mayeva, then you will nivas. Nivas is living, correct? Nivas is also house, and nivas is where you live. Krishna is saying that if you focus your mind on me, if you focus your intelligence on me, your nivas, your living will be with me. Does it make sense? This is word by word. Krishna is very clear what he's saying. Ata urdhvam na samshaya, and you will always go up in life. Urdhva. And na samshaya, there is no doubt about this. You use your mind, you use your intelligence for Krishna, you will always live with Krishna, and eventually you will go up in life. Even if we do not make it back to Krishna in one life, our progress is always for a better future beyond this life. And Krishna is saying, for this, there is no doubt, na samshaya. Clear? Everybody's paying attention and looking at my screen? Okay, good, thank you. Now Krishna is saying, see, this is interesting. Now he's giving a concession. Concession means, okay, if you cannot do that, if you cannot get 90%, then you get something for 80%, right? If you cannot get 80%, you get something for 70%. There's a first class, second class, third class. If you don't get the first prize, you get the second prize. If you go second prize, you get the third prize, right? So Krishna is giving now different levels. That if you cannot completely focus on me, I'm not going to reject you. I'll give you alternatives, okay? Now, atha chitta samadhatum na shaknoti mai stiram abhyasa yogena tato mamichhaptum dhananjaya. He's saying atha chitta samadhatum na shaknosi. Shaknosi means not able to. This na shaknosi means you are not able to. Mai, to me, sthiram, in a stable way. If you are not able to focus on Krishna in a stable manner, okay, what you do? Abhyasa yogena tato mamichhaptum dhananjaya. You follow the abhyas. And that is what we do. Daily chanting we do. We offer food to deities. We read Bhagavad Gita, that's a kind of abhyas, right? It's a practice. So Krishna is saying, abhyasa yogena is an interesting word. Abhyas is practice, but it's practice for nothing. It's not that it's for nothing. It is for yoga. That means you do abhyas of serving Krishna. Mam ipchaptum dhananjaya. In this way, you will develop a desire to attain me. So basically, Krishna is saying, if you don't have desire to attain me today, which I think a lot of people say, I will agree with that. I do not really feel that I want to attain Krishna. Okay, Krishna is saying no problem. If you do not have a desire to attain Krishna, then naturally you will not think of him all the time because you do not have the desire. If I do not have desire to go to Africa, well, I would not think about Africa because I have no desire to go there. I would not just think about it. So Krishna is saying, if you do not have desire to attain me, you won't think about me. And he's saying that's fine. Then what you do abhyas, you do practice. And then by that practice, Mam Ichhaptum Dhananjaya. O Dhananjaya, you will get the Ichha to attain me. Ichha is the desire. Is that clear? So Krishna is saying, if you do abhyasa, eventually you will develop the desire. Make sense? A lot of people say, why do I have to chant? Someday Krishna will come or some voice will come, they will tell me, okay, now is your time. Never happens. If you have to practice spiritual life, do it now. Krishna is saying, if you do not have desire, do abhyas and eventually you will get the desire. Okay, this is from Bhagavad Gita. It's not anybody's opinion. This is Krishna himself speaking. He's giving guidance. That's why Krishna is Adi Guru. He is the original spiritual master because he is telling us what to do based on our situation. Okay. Again, now Krishna is saying, okay, if you cannot practice also, what do we do? Abhyase api asamartho asi mat karma paramo bhava madartham api karmani kurvam siddhim avapyasi. He is saying, abhyase api asamartho asi. Abhyas is practice. Asamarth means you are not capable of doing it, right? Asamarth means that. Correct? Everybody knows? Okay. So Krishna is saying, in abhyasa, if you are not capable, then what you do work for me. Okay. So work for me means, okay, someday you go to temple, do some volunteer service. Someday you are doing for grocery, pick up something extra for Krishna and then deliver it to temple. Someday they ask, you get an email, okay, we are looking for volunteers to take care of these things, can you help? Sure, I'll come and help. So do some work for Krishna, just random. Here and there, look for things you can do for Krishna. Even if you're not able to remember Krishna, if something comes in front of you, take it up. Okay? So he's saying, just do work for me. If you cannot do abhyas of constantly thinking of me, chanting and different activities, just do some work for me. Okay? He's saying, mad artham api karmani. If you do the karma, the work for me, kurvan, once you do that, siddhim avapyasya, then also you will eventually attain perfection. Clear? So first level was always think of me. Second thing is, if you cannot think of me, do some practice. Third level is, if you cannot do the practice, then do some work for me. Just pick up whatever you can and do for me. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay. अथैतद् अपि शक्नोसि कर्तुं मद्योगम् आश्रिता सर्वकर्मफलत्यागं ततः कुरु यथात्मवान्. So he's saying, okay, if you cannot work for me also, try to give up the results of your work. So basically he's saying, if somehow you cannot connect with me in any of the 3 levels I gave you, okay, then forget all those. Try to give up the results of your work. What that means is, if I make $100, try to figure out a way where you can give $10 to someone, just for something. But make sure it is done in the mode of goodness. Don't give it to the place where they cut meat and serve people, or do things which are sinful. Just we have to be careful with that. But you can just try to give up the results of your activities. If you cannot do some work for Krishna, okay, that's fine. Everybody has some income. Give some of it to Krishna, or just try to give up something you have. Just try to give it up. That's what he's saying. Sarva karma phala tyagam tata kuru yatatmavan. Just try to give up the results of your work. So these are the 4 levels Krishna gave. Everybody's clear so far? Okay. Then he says that Shreyo hi jnanam abhyasat jnanam dhyanam vishishyate dhyanat karma phala tyagas shanti anantaram. This word here, shanti. Shanti is peace. Anantam means unlimited. Anta means limited. Ananta means unlimited. You will attain unlimited peace. How? Let's read this. If you cannot take to this practice, then engage yourself in the cultivation of knowledge. If you cannot give up your results of your work, that's fine. Try to understand Krishna through Bhagavad Gita or some other scripture. Just try to understand. Okay? Cultivation of knowledge. Then he's saying, but better than knowledge is meditation. If you can meditate on Krishna. Better than meditation is the renunciation of fruits of actions which he gave earlier. Okay? So basically now it's getting a little bit detailed, but basically we have covered like 6 or 7 levels already. So you give up the fruits of action, and if you cannot do that, then do meditation. Right. And if you cannot do meditation, then cultivate some knowledge. Clear so far? Right? So Krishna is saying cultivate knowledge. Then level above is that meditation. Level above is give up results of your work. Level above is do abhyasa. And level above is always think of me. Okay? So 6 or 7 levels Krishna gave. Clear? Okay. Then Krishna is saying the qualities we need to acquire when we worship Krishna. Okay, now he's given levels, now he's giving the qualities. Adveshta sarva bhutanam maitra karunavevacha nirmamo nirahankara samadukka sukha shami santushta satatam yogi yatatma dridhanishchaya mayyarpita mano buddhiryo madbhakta same priya. Here he is saying, Yo Mad Bhakta, that devotee of mine, Sa Me Priya, he is very dear to me. Okay, he is giving the quality of a devotee which is very dear to him. What are the qualities? Adveshta. First quality Krishna says, very important. First quality is non-envious nature. A devotee is not envious of others, whether they are better money, better beauty, better house, better this, better that, whatever people have better than you, because there will always be people who have something better than you. Krishna is saying that devotee, first quality of devotee is that he is not envious of other people. They can have whatever they want or whatever they have, but he is happy with what he has. So being satisfied in life. Okay? First thing, such an important quality. As soon as a person is non-envious, half the problem in life is solved. More than half the problem is gone. Just by being non-envious of others, I think most of our issues are kind of settled. And Krishna is saying that as the first quality. It's a very important thing what Krishna is saying here. Advaishta sarva bhutanam, towards all living entities, not just all human beings, but all living entities. Maitra, they are friendly. Karuna, they are merciful. Nirmamo, nirmamo means I'm not always thinking about myself. Mama means mine, nirmama means not always thinking about oneself. Nirahankara, free from false ego. Ahankara is false ego. Nirahankara is free from false ego. Shama is tolerant. Dukkha, he can tolerate unhappiness. If something bad happens in life, that person can tolerate. Dukkha and Sukha, both equal in Sukha and Dukkha. Okay? Shami is forgiving. Shama, correct? So person is equal in both Dukkha and Sukha, and the person is forgiving in nature. Santushta, Satatam, a person who's always satisfied. Yogi, that person is yogi. Yatatma Drida Nishchaya, and he is fixed in his determination on whatever service he is doing. Maya Arpita Mano Bhiddhir. Maya means to me, Arpita means dedicated. Man and Buddhi, mind and intelligence dedicated to Krishna. Krishna is saying such a devotee is extremely dear to me. Is it clear? Yes, Anuradha says yes. What about others? Achyuta?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Oh, Sukanya Mataji, good. Okay. What about others? Okay, Priya. That's good. Okay. Alright. So now Krishna is saying, again, every verse is so much loaded with meaning here. Yasmano dujate loko lokano dujate chaya harshamarsa bhayodvegir muktosya sachame priya. Yasman, by who no dujate loko, people are not put in anxiety. A person who does not put other people in anxiety. Okay, that's one thing. And neither anybody can put that person in anxiety. Both ways, no anxiety. So I do not give anxiety to others, and even if other gives anxiety to me, I do not feel anxious. Both ways. He by whom no one is put into difficulty and who is not disturbed by anyone. Harsha, Marsha, Bhayodvegir. Harsha happiness, Amarsha is distress. He is equal in happiness and distress. This is something which Krishna was saying earlier also. Sama Dukkha Sukha, right? You saw that, right? Now Krishna is repeating the same thing again in the next verse. So it must be important to be equal in happiness and distress. Bhayodvegir. Mukta. If the person is free from that, ya sa cha me priya. Priya is very dear, me is me, and sa is that person. That person who is free from all these things, that person is very dear to me. Make sense? Okay. Anapeksha suchirdaksha udasino gatavyatha sarvarambha parityagi yo madbhakta same priya. Anapeksha, a devotee who is not dependent on the ordinary course of activities. That means he lives in a life in a way that his dependence on the outside world is minimal. So that means that person is not really expecting much from the outside world. He is not dependent on others too much. To some extent, we have to depend on others for our occupation, for this or that, for doctors if we have to go see, just different situation, we depend on others. But here he's saying, if a person is not dependent, that means as minimum as possible if we depend on others for our living, for our life, okay? Shuchi is clean. Shuchi is clean, right? Daksha, that means he is very capable in whatever he does in serving Krishna. So that means he makes an effort to develop whatever he is capable of to serve Krishna. For example, some people are really good in cooking, then they make sure they cook really first class for Krishna. Okay, that's what Daksha means. Very expert. If that's the skill they have, they do it really nice. Udasino. That means he doesn't really care much about things going around him, like good or bad. He doesn't really get involved. Gata Vyatha. He is free from pain. Vyatha is pain. Gata means gone. The person who is not affected so much by pain. Sarva Arambha parityagi, and he's not really trying to achieve much in this world in terms of material happiness, like too much money or too much of popularity, too much fame, too much this, too much that. A person who's not really interested in trying to acquire the assets of this life, of this world. Krishna is saying, Yo Mad Bhakta, that devotee of mine, Sacha Me Priya, that person is very dear to me. Okay? Good so far?
Yes.
Okay. Yo na hrishyati, na dveshti, na shochati, na kankshati, shubha shubha parityagi, bhaktiman, yasame priya. Yo na hrishyati, na dveshti. Okay, now this is the third time Krishna is saying the same thing. Hrishyati is happiness, dveshti is distress. A person who is not too happy or not too depressed, na sochati, na kankshati. He is not worried about laments about something. Sochati is lamentation. That person does not lament about something. Neither he is desiring much in life. Shubha Shubha Parityagi. He gives up the auspicious and inauspicious things both. It's a very interesting, very important thing to remember. So in this world, we say something is auspicious and something is inauspicious. But both auspicious and inauspicious are connected to this world. Krishna is saying we have to go beyond the auspicious and inauspicious both. It's not that we try to acquire auspicious and give up inauspicious. Krishna is saying our goal is to go beyond both of these. Bhakti man, one who is full of bhakti, sa me priya, that person is very dear to me. Okay? Sama shatro cha mitre cha tatha mana apamanayo शीतोष्ण सुख दुखेषु समसंग विवर्जिता तुल्य निंदा सुतीर्मौनी संतुष्टो येन केनचित् अनिकेतः स्थिरमति भक्तिमान में प्रियो नरा. Sama is equal, Shatru is enemy, Mitra is a friend. If a person can be equal to enemy and friend, and also to Man and Apaman, Man is honor, Apaman is disgrace. Okay, insult. If a person can remain equal in both those situations, Shito Ushna Sukha Dukheshu. Shito is cold, Ushna is hot. If a person can tolerate both hot and cold weathers, Sukha Dukha. If a person can be in Sukha and Dukha, okay? Sama, equal. So this is the fourth time Krishna is saying the same thing. Being equal in happiness and distress. Sangha Vivarjita. He's giving up the association of the modes of nature. Basically trying to get above Satogun, Rajogun and Tamogun. Okay? Tulya Ninda Stutir Mani. Whether there's Ninda, whether there's insult or Stuti. Stuti is appreciation, glorification. That person considered he's not affected either by insult or by glorification. Mani, he is quiet. Santushto, he is always satisfied. Yena kenachit, whatever is available. Aniketaha, that means he likes to live in a doesn't care much about the residence. So in other words, Krishna is saying a person who's not too much into building a nice house, big house, good house, that this house, always busy decorating different parts of the house and just doing all kinds of things. That's what Krishna is saying. Aniketa means that who doesn't care for any residence. Sthira mati, that mati, the intelligence is stable. Bhaktiman, that person with the bhakti. Me priyo nara, that human being is very dear to me. Clear? Is everybody following these points?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Does it make sense what Krishna is saying?
He's telling everything to follow. That's all. Go do the good thing.
It's the quality of the devotee.
Right.
Yes. He is giving all the qualities of the devotees. And what happens in when we accept these statement of Krishna with faith, then we have partially acquired that quality because we are already thinking, okay, I need to get there. Once you say I need to get there, that means you have already started in that direction. Even though you have not moved much, but journey has already begun. Right? If you say I need to go shopping, you already start moving in the house, getting your things together. Even you are still in the house, but you are already on your way in some ways because you are thinking, right? So just by us thinking about these qualities, we already start moving in the direction. Okay? So I'll do the last verse and then we'll end. ये तु धर्मामृतमिदं यथोक्तं पर्युपासते श्रद्धादानं मत्परमा भक्तस्ते अतीव मे प्रिया. Krishna is saying ativa. Ativa is ati. Ati means too much, right? Ati is right. Ati ninda. Ninda is insult. Ati ninda is too much insult. So Krishna is saying te ativa me priya. That person is very, very dear to me. Who? Ye tu dharmamritam itam. Who follows this path. Whatever Krishna has described in this chapter or even before. Ye tu dharma amritam idam. Dharma is religion or occupational duty. Amrita means nectar. So following this path is not painful. Actually, it is nectar. It's just person has to experience it. Once we experience it, this Krishna lifestyle is actually very pleasant. It's not very harsh. Oh, I cannot eat this, I cannot eat this, I cannot eat meat, I cannot smoke. No onion, no garlic. What kind of life is this? I'm better off the way I am. It's not like that. Once a person gets over little few humps in the beginning, even finally when a person is settled in bhakti, then actually it is a very pleasant experience. So Krishna is saying, Yetu dharmamritam idam, this whatever I am describing, yatho uktam, what uktam means spoken, whatever I have spoken, paryupasate. If a person engages in service of Krishna based on whatever Krishna has said, Shraddha Dana with faith, Mat Parma, knowing me as the Supreme, that devotee is extremely dear to me. Okay? So, that is the last of this verse. Okay, so since we finished the chapter, I think we can open up for any questions or comments. Are there any questions or comments? Was it clear? So this chapter, 12th chapter, I believe is Purushottam Yoga, I think. I have to go
Bhakti
back.
Yogas.
Bhakti Yoga, okay.
Bhakti Yoga, devotional services, yes.
Okay, devotional service. So this is where Krishna is describing everything about devotional service. It's only 20 verses,
Yes.
but
It's a short, yeah.
it's a short one, but he gave a lot of information.
Very important one.
A very important one, and very direct. It's easy to understand. You cannot doubt. The language is very clear.
Mhm.
So I think this is actually a life lesson. Whatever we can learn from this, it's very good. I think we should go back and read. If you read it regularly, just casually, even if you read, there's so much to learn from this. Each word just loaded with meaning. Okay, if there's nothing, I think we can conclude here. Okay.
Prabhuji, I actually have a question. I don't know. I mean, this is out of the topics that we discussed. So usually, hello.
Yeah, I'm listening. Yeah, go
Yeah.
ahead.
Okay. So they say that whenever we are feeling low or whenever there's something, if you're not feeling good and if just to, I don't know, people say that if you open a random page or random chapter from Bhagavad Gita and when you start reading it, you feel like you'll find the solution. That's
Hmm.
what I heard it.
Hmm.
So how can we like actually find the solution? I mean, I tried it myself. I'll feel good when I read it. But is there any way that we have to like look for the solution in that explanation, or is it like we have to check if it is related to the situation that I am in, or how is it? Is that true that we will find a solution if we are feeling low at any time?
Okay, that's a good question. So, couple of things there. So, if you open any chapter, any verse of Bhagavad Gita, you will definitely find something which will lift you up. It may not be directly related to your situation, but because it is uplifting, it will help you. That is for sure. It may or may not be related to your situation, but it will help you regardless. That's one thing. Second thing, when you constantly keep going back to Bhagavad Gita and just listening about Bhagavad Gita, just engage yourself, you will find that sometimes something will trigger which will answer the problem for which you've been looking for a solution for a long time. Like something which is stuck in your head or something you're trying to you're struggling with for a long time, something will come totally unplanned and you will see this is exactly what I was looking for. And that happens multiple times. Bhagavatam says Hridaya Granthi. Hridaya is heart and Granthi is the knot. So all of us have many knots in our heart. See, when you have a knot, what happens if you have a thread and if it has a knot, the smoothness of the thread is gone because the knot makes it non-smooth, right? So Bhagavatam says this Hridaya Granthi will slowly go away if you read regularly, constantly about Krishna. So to answer your questions, even if you don't try to relate to your problem, let's say you read something and you say, okay, let me see how I can relate to my current situation, and it doesn't seem like related, that's fine. You keep doing it, there will come a point where you will find something which is related to your problem and you will be able to get out of it. It may take time. See, this Bhagavad Gita, what was it saying? Raja Vidya Raja Guhyam. The other day we were reading, right? It's a Raja Guhyam. Guhyam means mystic. It's very secret knowledge. So we have all the verses of Bhagavad Gita. We can read and understand. Then why is it Guhya? It's Guhya because the meaning becomes revealed as you get closer to Krishna. That's how Krishna has put these words. As you become more and more closer to Krishna, if you read something, it doesn't click today, it does not mean it will not click a year from now. It might click a year later. Same verse you read, you might find something which you are not seeing today. So my point is, if you just stay engaged in Krishna Bhakti and Krishna service and keep reading and understanding Krishna through Bhagavad Gita, you will eventually find the solution to your situation. In the same Bhagavad Gita which you did not find a year ago, you will find it eventually. So just keep going. That's what Krishna was saying earlier, Abhyas, right? He was saying, I was reading earlier, he was saying that if you cannot think of me always, do some kind of Abhyas. So just listen to Bhagavad Gita. Just, wherever you find interest, the presentation, whatever presentation you like, just keep listening as much as you can, read. And slowly, you'll get over things. Does that answer your question?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, sure. Anything else?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Just a quick question from the yesterday's, from 11th chapter. Just
Okay.
want to understand from verse 32 to 35, Prabhuji. Krishna,
I have to go back. Let
says,
me go back there. 32 to 35, you said, right?
yes.
Okay, let me go there. You see my screen, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so 32 to
25.
35.
Bhagwan Vacha.
okay. Yes, so okay, so
Yes,
what?
the question is, Prabhuji, why did Krishna actually reveal I mean, the deaths of the warriors before the war end at the time of Vishvarupa? Like, what exactly he's trying to teach Arjuna in this moment? Like, choose him to, like, show, I don't know, I couldn't make it out. Like, he's teaching Arjun to decide between his ego, destiny, free will, or asking him to surrender. Like, I don't know.
Okay, good. Okay, good question. So let's look at the verse. Let's look at the answer. So here he's saying, Krishna is saying, Mayye Veta Nehta Purvam Eva. Purvam Eva means pehle se hi. Okay. Mayye Veta Nehata. These people have been killed by me already. Krishna is telling him. Mayye Veta. By me, Nehata. These people are killed. Purvam Eva. Ahead of time. They're already dead. Nimitta matra bhavya savya sache. Nimitta means just a tool, an instrument. When you use a screwdriver, the screwdriver is not the one who's working, it's you are working, but screwdriver is a tool. So Krishna is telling him, you just become a tool because I have already killed them. So when Arjuna hears all this, he settled in his mind that these people are gone, no matter what, because Krishna said it. Krishna said, I've already killed them. You just become a tool. They're already gone. So when he tells him ahead of time, he knows. Then there's no anxiety. Because his problem to begin was, why should I fight with my family man, my teachers, my superior, my this and my that? He's just giving the list of reasons why he should not do it. Krishna said, okay, fine, but I've already decided they're gone. So that's why he's saying, Tasmat Uttishta. Therefore, get up. Yasho Labhasvya. Get the glory. Jitva. Get the victory. Shatruns Bhungshva. Destroy your enemies. Rajyam Samudram. And you get your kingdom. Because I've already killed them all. Is that clear? Yes or no?
Yes, Prabhuji.
You still have doubt, right?
Uh, just in a dilemma, like, will Arjuna not come into ego, like, when he already sees, like, in next verse, he particularly takes the name of all the warriors, like Thron, Bhishma, Jayadratha, Karna,
So
everyone else.
you are saying, will Arjuna not get ego?
A kind of like, because
No.
he've already seen that it's already decided, and
There's no reason to
Krishna's already
have
made himself.
any ego because Krishna told him, you're just a tool. A screwdriver cannot be proud that I unscrewed the screw. It's you did it. Krishna is telling him up front, you are just a tool. There's no reason to be proud because I've already done it.
Oh, he's just a madhyam.
He's just a madhyam, nimitta matra.
Yeah.
Nimitta matra means just the instrument.
Get it.
Right? Where was that? Be an instrument in the fight. Here it is. Right? And now there's more there. Okay, since we're here, let's discuss a little more. Sri Bhagavan Vacha Kalosmi Lokasya Krit Pravardho Lokan Samartamiha Pravartha Krite Apitvam Na Bhavishyami Sarve Yavasita Prati Anikeshu Yodha. Krishna says Kalo Asmi, I am time. As soon as Krishna says I am time, that means everybody is gone. Because time does not spare anybody. Lokakshaya. Lokakshaya. Shaya means destroy. Loka means this world. I am the time and I am going to destroy this world. Lokan samhartum ithi pravarta. I have come here to destroy all the people. Rite apitvam. Except for you guys, the Pandavas. Na bhavishyanti sarve. Aur koi nahi bachega. He told them, Rite apitvam. Except for you, Na bhavishyanti sarve, none of them will survive. Is it clear?
Yes, I get it.
So Krishna told him, I'm time. I'm going to destroy everything. In this battlefield also I'm going to destroy. In future also I will destroy, because time, that's the nature of time. He told him, in this battlefield, except for you, nobody's going back. He said, that's why, get up, get your glory, get your kingdom, because I've already killed them all. Then, just to be very clear, he told them, okay, the list of the people is Drona, Bhishma, Jayaditra, and their company. Maya hatastam jahi ma vatishta. They've already been killed by me. Are Baba, they're right there in front of you. Krishna says, no, they're gone. It's just a matter of 18 days. They're over. It's over. It's like if someone is on a death sentence and they are supposed to be killed a week from now. In our mind, we are thinking, okay, it's a matter of week. In some ways, they're already dead. Correct? Because it's just a
Yes.
matter of week, that person is gone. So Krishna is saying, Maya hatan svam. I have already killed them. Jahi ma vyatishta. What was this? I don't know the meaning of this vyatishta. I'll have to look up. But basically, here he's saying that I've already killed them. And then now Sanjay Uvacha. Now Sanjay is speaking this to Dhritarashtra. It's such a situation. Sanjay is giving all this information to Dhritarashtra that Arjuna said, Krishna said that Drona, Bhishma and Jayadratha will all be gone.
So he got the message already, Prabhuji.
Already, that's what.
Yeah. And he
So
told Dhritarashtra too.
yeah, that's the thing. He told Dhritarashtra that there are the names who will be gone in a matter of 18 days. There's no question they'll survive. Krishna already told Arjuna कि ये होने वाला है. Including the names. The list is out already. So now Sanjay is saying, Etat Shrutva Vachana Keshavasya Kritanjali Vepamana Kiriti Namaskritva Bhuya Eva Krishnam Sa Gadagadam Bhita Bhita Pranamya. Then Sanjay says, Etat Shrutva, hearing this, Vachanam Keshavasya, Keshav ke Vachan, hearing these words of Keshava, Kritanjali Vepamaner Kiriti, he bowed his head. Kiriti is, I think, the helmet. Kritanjali is, he bowed down. Namaskritva, he did namaskar, Bhuya, again, Evaha Krishnam, to Krishna, Sa Gadagatam. I think Gadagatam means happy, right? Oh no, it's faltering voice. Bhita Bhita Pranamya. And then he was in a faltering voice, he offered his prayers. Gadagatam Bhita Bhita Pranamya. He fearfully, see now he's very scared because he told them they're all dead already, gone. These people in front of you, you will see them die within a few days. So now he's extremely scared. So he is Gada Gada Bhita, he is scared. Bhita, again twice it's used. Pranamya, and he does his pranam. Then Arjuna spoke. Sthane Arjuna Vacha Sthane Rishikesha Tav Prakritya Jagat Praharsyati Anurajyate Cha Rakshamsi Bhitani Dishodravani Sarve Namasyanti Cha Siddha Sangha. The whole world becomes joyful upon hearing your name. Sthane Rishikesha Tav Prakritya Jagat Praharsyati. Jagat is the whole world. Praharsyati means harsha. Harsha means happiness. Anurajyate cha. Rakshamsi bhitani dashodravani. Sarve namasyanti cha siddha sangha. That everybody is offering you respects. Siddha sangha. And this is all rightfully done. Okay. There's a lot more here in this chapter. Tvam Adi Devam Purusha Puranam. I think we are going beyond time here, so I don't know if I want to stretch too much. But
Thank
there's
you,
a.
Prabhuji.
Huh?
Thank you.
Yeah. So I think we'll end here. I think we've already gone an hour. So I think we'll wrap up here. Okay, thank you all, and then we will see you tomorrow. Not tomorrow, but Monday. Okay. Thank you, Srila Prabhupada.
Sure.
Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai.
Jai.